What is going on? I'm Cole, and thank you for stopping by. For those of you who've been here for a while, you can tell that I've switched the room around, and we're facing the other way. So I've had this DSLR for a while, and I've just recently gotten it set up to try and shoot some videos to see how it does. So the purpose of this video is I'm actually in a group. I'll probably have them located over here. It is called the Mixed Collectors. We are on Instagram, and in our group chat, somebody was mentioning that they thought that submitting books to CBCS is a hassle. I know for a lot of people, if you won one of these golden tickets from Comic Tom, you can get 4 books for the price of 1. So some people were wondering how to do that. So if you stick around after this, I will tell you how to do that. Once again, on this video, I'm going to show you how to go to the CBCS website and submit comics to be graded. So I know that, like I mentioned earlier, people have said that maybe they think it's too hard, or maybe it's a lot more work than it should be. For me, I think it's a fairly easy process. The one positive about CBCS over CGC is that anyone that wants to submit, you do not need to have a membership. Whereas with CGC, you at least have to pay, I think, $25 to get stuff graded, which obviously isn't a crazy amount, but yeah, with CBCS, it is free. So all you have to do is go on, set up an account and do that. I will not go through how to set up an account. It's fairly easy and straightforward. It's like any other website. You just go through and do it, but I will show you like what to do to add some. I've got a stack of books here. I do have some weird ones to kind of help. So like this is a variant of sorts. I'll show you how to add this variant. And I'm also considering adding this one, which is a signature. So I'll show you how to add the signature series to that also. So yeah, I've got a big stack of books. I'm probably going to only show you how to add a few and how to add some of these things to them. But if you think that I'm missing anything, or you think that I could show a certain part more, let me know in the comments below and I will try and help with that. But let's get to the fun part and go to the website. All right, and we have switched to the website. As I had mentioned, CBCS, you do need an account. If you need to create one, you can just kind of go down here and click the create an account button, but we're not going to go through that here. As you can see, my login is already put in. I have this here. Obviously, I have a few orders already in, but for this, we're going to go and put them in. So I have all my comics aside. You can't see this as I'm talking, but what I recommend is you go to the submit comics. It's easier to have them with you, so that way when you're trying to figure out what you want to do, you know what you're doing. So here's what we do. So if you want to add a new comic, you just click add comic. From here, it's going to ask the information. So as I showed off the Philadelphia book, we'll go here, type in Killa. It'll actually find it for you. You'll find the publisher. Usually they will have those here. If it's a variant, it'll ask for the variant. As I put in the next one, you'll definitely see a variant here, so we can kind of go with that. When you're putting in the value of books, it's kind of weird. This is a very kind of, it can go multiple ways. I usually just check for quickness, key collector app, but you can also use things like Go Collect or Cover Price, and all of those will have some sort of information for you. This book doesn't have a crazy value, so I'm just gonna put 10 here because that's what I want. If you want to screen it, you can screen it. It'll just pretty much say this is what you want it, and they won't grade it for that. With this is a book that is signed by Rodney Barnes from me, so you know, at the grand scheme of things, I'm just kind of excited to do that. This is issue 1, and then you'll need to know the year. The reason why I do like Key Collector app is that in the Key Collector app, it shows you what year it came out. This is usually not crazy, but hey, this is where it is. Now, signature here, I want to add a verification. This is actually the first time I've done this, so this is something that I'm not kind of into, or I'm not really super knowledgeable, but I figured, hey, it'd be something fun here, so I can show it to you. Here it shows encapsulate even if verification fails, so you can still do that. I'm going to put Rodney Barnes here because that is who signed it. He is also the author, and if you have not read Philadelphia, I recommend it. Once you do that, all you have to do is hit add here. Once it is added, it shows, hey, verify this, and go for it here. It shows you how much you pay. The verification costs a little bit more, but hey, This is a book that I don't really care about the grade, but because it came from the man himself, I just kind of want to put it in a box, have it verified, and just have a cool book in my collection. So we save it. It adds it here. If you want to get it pressed, you can press the press button, or you can add it to the fast pass if you want to do that. The next book I have up is that Darth Vader one with Dr. Aphra on the cover. I figured this is a variant, so it'll be a cool way to show off that variant. So the one thing I do is I will find Darth Vader here. Once again, we'll find the publisher. This is a Marvel book. For variant here, I'm not sure exactly the best way. I've talked to a few people and they have kind of told me mixed things here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write in action figure variant. It looks like that one auto presses, so I think we're good. The insured value of this, once again, as I mentioned, you can look these up in either Key Collector app. You can use Go Collect, Cover Price. There's all sorts of different versions of this site that you can find something, figure out the price of this. Once again, I'm not super sure how important all this is, but I'm going to put the insured value just as a guess. You can either check eBay, you can use Key Collector, Cover Price, a bunch of different sites. It'll ask for the issue. The unfortunate thing is if these books aren't in Key Collector's app, sometimes finding the year can be a little bit hard. I just had to do a quick Google for this and I found it, but this kind of shows how to add a variant. Sometimes you might not see the variant that you want, but I usually will just add in things with either the artist name or something else that you might have that shows what it is, and sometimes that can help. Once you hit save, as you can see, I have the two here. I'm going to go through and fill out my order, and then once I'm done filling out the order, I'll show you how to check out, and we'll kind of go from there. All right, and I finished it up. So as you can see, I have all my books here. We'll go to the checkout. It'll show, do you want pressing? Do you not want pressing? I'm just going to do no pressing. I'm going to probably blur out my address, but it'll show you to select your address. So make sure to do that. Unless you are local to Texas, you can do the pickup. It's going to ask you for your payment. Once again, I'll have this blurred out also. But once again, it will ask for your payment. So you do that. And then you can select your shipping from here. I usually just do the ground because it is the cheapest. Then once you have all that information in, you just hit the place order and your invoice will come up. It'll show you where to ship to, and just make sure that you print this off. Yeah, go from there. If you are using your Comic Tom golden ticket, make sure to put that in the package with everything else. Thank you everyone for stopping by and watching this video. Once again, this is the only the third time that I have submitted comics to CBCS, so I'm in no means an expert. So if there's anything you think I could improve on, maybe make a different video to help with this, I will do that. I'm not going to show you how to actually package up your comics and ship them off to them, but what you will do is you will take the invoice that we talked about. When you print it, you'll put it in there. I recommend that you wrap these in bubble wrap. Try and make these a little bit safer than your normal do, and also maybe in either a Gemini, or you can also use one of the Reptilian Overlord boxes, which can fit a lot more comics in it. So for a submission like this where there's going to be more, I'll probably use something like that. Once again, yeah, let me know if there's anything you think I can improve on with this. Let me know if you like the turnaround style of this. And yeah, I'm planning on making some more of these more informative videos on how to do it. So if there's anything else that you think that you would like to have help in, let me know. I do have some videos where I show how to package comics. This will not apply to these books, but it is fairly the same process. And I also show off a video using some of the Reptilian Overlord boxes. So maybe you can check those out and use that product if it is something you need. Once again, I'm Cole, and peace.